In a time when the Israelites were slaves in Egypt, a new cruel Pharaoh rose to power. Fearing the growth of the Hebrew people, he ordered that all newborn boys be thrown into the Nile River. In this terrible context, a woman from the tribe of Levi gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. For 3 months, she managed to hide him at home. When she could no longer keep him hidden, she took a basket of reeds, waterproofed it with tar, and placed the baby inside, leaving him among the reeds at the banks of the Nile. The daughter of Pharaoh went to bathe in the river and spotted the basket. When she opened it and saw the crying baby, she felt compassion. The boy's sister, who was observing from afar, approached and offered to find a Hebrew nurse. Thus, the boy's biological mother ended up raising her son until he was taken to the palace, where he was given the name Moses, which means drawn from the waters. Raised as a prince of Egypt, Moses received the best education. But one day, upon seeing an Egyptian mistreating a Hebrew, he intervened and ended up killing the aggressor. Fearing the consequences, he fled to Midian. In Midian, Moses defended the daughters of Jethro, the local priest, from some aggressive shepherds. As a token of gratitude, Jethro gave him his daughter Zipporah in marriage. Moses then tended to his father-in-law's flocks. Years passed. One day, while taking care of the sheep on Mount Horeb, Moses saw something extraordinary, a burning bush that was not consumed. As he approached, he heard a voice coming from the midst of the fire, "Moses, Moses, take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." It was God Himself speaking to him. "I have seen the suffering of my people in Egypt. I will free them and lead them to a good and spacious land. I will send you to Pharaoh to bring my people out of Egypt." Moses, fearful, replied, "Who am I to go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" God assured him, "I will be with you." Moses still questioned, "When I tell the Israelites that the God of their fathers has sent me, and they ask what is his name, what shall I say?" God replied, "I am who I am. Tell the Israelites, I am has sent me to you." To confirm his mission, God gave Moses 3 miraculous signs. He turned his staff into a serpent and back into a staff, made his hand leprous and then healed it, and promised that he could turn the water of the Nile into blood. Still reluctant, Moses claimed, "I have never been eloquent. I am slow of speech and tongue." God replied, "Who gave man his mouth? I will help you speak and will teach you what to say." When Moses was still pleading for God to send another, God allowed his brother Aaron to be his spokesperson. Armed with the staff of God, Moses set off back to Egypt with his family. On the way, a mysterious incident occurred in which God sought to kill Moses, but Zipporah saved her husband by circumcising their son and touching Moses' feet with a foreskin, saying, "You are to me a bloody husband." Upon arriving in Egypt, Moses and Aaron gathered the elders of Israel. Aaron spoke all the words that God had said to Moses, and he performed the signs before the people. The Israelites believed and bowed in worship. Then the brothers went to Pharaoh with the message, "Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, let my people go to celebrate a feast in the wilderness." But Pharaoh arrogantly replied, "Who is the Lord that I should obey him? I do not know the Lord, nor will I let Israel go." Even worse, Pharaoh increased the oppression, ordering the Israelites to continue producing bricks, but without providing the necessary straw. When the Hebrew foreman complained to Moses and Aaron, Moses cried out to God, "Why have you brought trouble on this people?" God then reaffirmed his promise, "Now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. By my powerful hand, he will let you go." And thus began an epic confrontation between the power of God and the obstinacy of Pharaoh, which would lead to a series of miraculous events known as the 10 plagues of Egypt.